Hey, what's up? Matt here with Acoustic Selection. Hope you're doing well. God's doing big things in your life. I'm going to break it down real to the core of guitar here and talk about how to hold a pick and also what pick is best for beginners. There's all different styles of pick. You see triangles, you see kind of teardrop shapes like this, and there's so many to choose from. If you're just starting off the guitar, you're wondering which is best for me, what's the best to use. So let's dive into it. The one I'm using here is a Jim Dunlop, D-U-N-L-O-P. These are great picks because they have this kind of, if you can see, they've got like a grip. I love, it's very thin and has a grip that makes it easy to hold the pick. When you're starting out especially, a lot of times the pick will slip out of your hands, and they did a great job making these because it has a kind of a rough texture to help you actually hold the pick. The second thing I would say is, especially if you're a beginner learning country, praise and worship, that kind of stuff, choose a pick that is very thin. As you get more advanced, you might start you might do more picking, but at first you're just going to going to do that right there. So you just want to find a pick that goes up and down the strings, very soft, very easy, and the thinner the pick, the better. So often, and I do this too, I have Acoustic Selection picks and everything that I'll give out and whatever. It is a plastic, this is a nylon pick. Like the ones I give out, I get them off of some website made, and it's a plastic pick, and it's very stiff, very slick. It's just for promotional reasons, that kind of thing. When you choose a pick for beginners, find a nylon pick that is very thin. This one is 0.60 millimeters. It's a nylon pick, 0.6. It's pretty thin, but you can get them even thinner than that. And like I said, as you get more advanced, you can get a little stiffer, but you want this sort of clean. I'm trading my sorrow, I'm trading my shame, I'm laying down the joy of the Lord. I'm trading my sin, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I did that just to show you a few things. I was doing palm mutes, picking out strings, some standard strumming. But these nylon picks that are very thin, it's great for praise and worship, country music, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna zoom in a second and show you exactly how to hold the pick or whatever. But choose a nylon pick, very thin. And as far as the shape of the pick, this is just the standard teardrop. You'll see a lot of times these crazy big ones or these triangles and all that. I wouldn't get into that too much. I would go just the regular little teardrop like you'll see. Any kind of Guitar Center, Sam Ash, or go to Jim Dunlop. Google Jim Dunlop and you can find those online. And let me give you one more tip before I zoom in and show you exactly how to hold this pick. One of the things that helped me, now maybe this is more advanced, I don't know. One of the things that helped me so much with my guitar playing is when I went a little while and quit using a pick. So I held my hand, and I'll show you exactly like I had a pick, but I used, and you can see it's almost like a little callus there. If you're looking at my finger, I used this little portion almost as the pick. So I would start, so it looks like I have a pick in my hand, but I'm using my fingernail, this very corner here, to reason I do that is because then I can also switch over to our God is an awesome God, He reigns, heaven above with a ring. And I've said this, I have a video I'll put a link called Lose the Pick. It kind of helped me become more like one with the guitar, so to speak, where I can really get a feel of it. And beginners are always going to start with strumming. Strumming's going to be your biggest challenge. So when I lose that pick, it helped me get in a little closer and really focus on that timing. Now again, it might hurt your finger a little bit, especially if you're new. 1, 2, but when I lost that pick and got my finger a little calloused there at the end, it really helped me. Hit something. I got a buzz there. So again, if you're starting out, I would use the thinner pick and go that route. But whatever, if you want to lose the pick for a little bit, that can help too. Now, as far as actually holding the pick, let me zoom in here and show you what I would do. So what you want to do is you take your pick here, have your thumb straight across, and then your finger's going to curl, and you're going to have about 1/2 to 5/8 of the pick covered. So my thumb's going right across this rough part, and then my fingers will curl behind it, and it's going to look like that right there. So I've got a little bit of the sticking out, and you can see it's barely past my finger. This is going to give you most control. There's like a side view. This is what underneath. You can see my finger goes up and in. And it's going to be help, like I said, with your overall control of the pick. Using a pick that has the grip is going to help you grip it. So to kind of give you a straight up and down, it's going to look like this right here. That way the pick can softly rake. You're going straight across, because when you're strumming, you want your thumb in line with the guitar. Right there. So it's going to be parallel with that guitar. It's hard to get my camera to where you can see good. You're not gripping the pick too tight, because you don't want to really hit down hard on the strings. You want it to softly flow over. So keep kind of a lighter grip, but again, the back of your finger's almost straight, so just a little bit of pick sticking out there. And that's how you hold the pick. So again, if you're not using the pick, use the outside of your finger. Well, there you go, guys. That's how to use a pick, lose a pick, and choose a pick. Man, I just come up with that at the top of my head. That's pretty good, huh? Anyway, guys, check out my guitar DVDs. I go over all this stuff on acousticselection.com, so be sure to check that out. But I would recommend choosing a very light, thin pick with a grip, and then work on 4 chords. As I always tell beginners: G, C, D minor, D. Every song you hear in church, every country song you can play, especially if you have that capo that puts on these frets, you can use those 4 chords and play if you know how to transpose and stuff. Now again, you won't be all fancy doing all this stuff. That's just the track chords. So that's why I teach my DVDs. Is the first thing is you learn on my Guitar 1 DVD, you learn those 4 chords. On my Learn Guitar 2 DVD, you get into these track chords. also go over bar chords. What? I need to learn them first, right? All right, cut. All right, guys. Check out acousticselection.com. Thank you so much for all the great comments. And please subscribe if you haven't. And check out the website, acousticselection.com. I love you. Remember, you're about